Hello everyone. So I'm back to do another reading. I want to check into Mike Roman. He's one of those. He's as bad as Steve Bannon in his Stop the Steal BS. Just to put anything out there. But because he has such a legal background, he's much more dangerous. Anyway, he's more than just the mouthpiece. So I want to see what his legal future is going to be because, of course, he's implicated in Jack Smith's smackdown for, you know who. The orange one. The spray tanned one. So anyway, I'll stop blabbing, bring you over to my table, and we'll check this out. Hold on. Okay, so I don't know how long it may... Oh, look at that. The person and the question. Okay, we'll see. I don't know how long it may take to get all these trials complete. To complete all the trials, I should say. But yeah, Michael Roman. The dude that said something about giving him options to file litigation even if it was BS. When it came to the fake electors plot, fake elector scheme. I think John Eastman, and then remember the Cheesy Bro dude, Chesebro, Kevin, was it Kevin? I don't know. I think Kevin Chesebro actually, Chesebro I'm sure is how you really pronounce his name because it's French. But anyway. This Michael Roman dude was the one that said something about make them riot. So it was basically him and Roger Stone and the other guy that lost his law license, the guy who'd wear the hat all the time, John Eastman, and the Chesebro dude is another... attorney. So these are all, like these people, all these legal backgrounds that think that they can do, I guess they don't, they should have studied constitutional law, which they did not. But then Michael Roman is even worse because, so he's one of those 18 that were, accused of creating the plan to falsely, have those fake electors and certify the election in favor of Flump. So they're the ones that, remember the big old picture of all the mugshots with Trump in the middle from Fulton County, Georgia. So that's the deal there. So I want to know what is this guy's legal future? What is his legal future? And he's also guilty, of course, of filing that legal motion to disqualify Fonnie Willis, and he absolutely had no evidence of any crime. And I think he helped to pay for and line up a bunch of other some of those other 18 people to come in and make that big stink, about Fonnie Willis. Okay, what's your legal future, dude? It could take years, could be well out to be somewhere 2028 even, but what is your future? What is the future consequences of your fake elector scheme? There we go, right there. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be out some time. It's gonna take some time. Hoping and wishing, trying to get away. It's also, I'm wondering if part of this scheme was hatched with foreign interference, from Russia. Okay, change. Meetings. His reputation. The Klan Yeah, and then the connection overseas. My goodness, the resources overseas. For the future for him, yeah, maybe he's going to try to just buy a home, get away to another country too. But bad health, just doesn't look good for a new start. This is my J6 Insurrection card. And then this is my Jack Smith card. Okay. Over time, there'll be some change. He's looking forward to reputation issues because of meetings to Jack Smith. Oh my goodness. This guy may do time. Look at that. Look at that. No wonder he's going to want to get away to another country. Hope they get these guys passports. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see, but to have the imprisonment card show up is quite interesting, to say the least. Okay. So our Distant Horizons card is something he's longing for. He's hoping. But it is, it's kind of like Dream On sometimes. And it's also a card for drugs and alcohol. And it is next to the bad health. And it does Knight to him. He has control over it, but I think it's possible that he's an alcoholic. I don't know anything about the guy. I've seen pictures of him. He doesn't look that old, and he looks like kind of a sad soul to me, just looking at his eyes. So anyway, but this is this is the card for a foreign connection. And tonight up here to the Pathway card, which is all about something that's been developing over 1 to 2 years, and then of course it creates change, and it was a big risk. Just opening up the reading right here, we could see that it was planned well ahead of the election, well ahead of the 2020 election. It was a big risk, and the intent was to create change over time for Trump. Let me stick with this card here. Again, he's up here. It's a reputational problem. Probably there's a loss to his law license at the very least. There's something else here I'm feeling like. It's a card that has to do with your recognition, like how people recognize you. And I think I'm just going to go with the artwork and say that he is looking forward to being recognized as the person who got all the wheels turning to fire off this cannon of, and this, whenever I'd read on Aileen Cannon, she'd come through. I mean, this card would come through for her, literally. But he's looking forward to being recognized for being the main instigator. Just think of a general with a battle plan, and getting the people together, saying I can do it. Remember he said something around. He told somebody, one of those guys, to give him the options to file the papers, to file the litigation. And here he is on top of, this is a card for attorneys right here. Now, also, this is a card of complaints. So that's interesting. The marriage card doesn't have to be his marriage, but it could be. But this is also bonds and partnerships that were backing him up. The other cards that Knight to the card that represents, again, foreign culture or foreigners. And just kind of opening up and broadening the mind, he thought he could just get this going and open things up, and over time it would work out for Trump. But now it's ruh-roh. you know, this is the card that has to do with major disappointment and a perception that's like, oh crap, this just didn't work out. Now it's a confrontation, and now he's in crisis, and here it is, you know, the imprisonment card. This is what's causing the ruh-roh. Now it could take a couple of years for that or more for that change to happen. And then here would be, this is also a card that usually represents attorneys as well, because, you know, they make the big money, the obtuse, ridiculous amounts of money. And losing the law license, being restricted. Also, I'm looking at house arrest here, possibly. You know. Okay, let's look at the four corners. So this would be the whole inner circle. So all 18 of those guys. And I think, I don't know if you guys correct me, I don't know if Trump is included in that 18 or if he makes it 19. But he got processed. So yeah, there's all that. The inner circle who took the risk and had the partnership together. And there's a tremendous amount of evidence that Jack Smith has, that the J6 committee had. Jack Smith added to it with all his meetings. These cards knight together with all his meetings that brought out the truth, right? I mean, the testimony about who was it? It was one of those meetings, depositions with Jack Smith that brought out the information, you know, in his 165-page filing that said, just give me the options to file. Just let me have it, you know, give it to me and I'll get it going. And he sure did. And then this is also him saying that make them riot, you know. This is, he's the dude that said make them riot. That is major, you know, like instigating an insurrection, along with Trump. You know, Trump saying, people are saying, oh, they're threatening to hang Mike Pence, and Trump says, so what? And then Mike Roman says, make them riot. Now, I can't prove he's the one in there because it's kind of redacted, but I mean, it makes sense to me because we read all about it in other places. So yeah, you know, because first it was Steve Bannon saying, you know, he's just gonna. They're just gonna say that Trump it was the winner. Doesn't mean he's a winner. He's just going to say he's a winner. Like that was their plan. That was their whole plan. And this guy helped to get the plan into place. There's the wheels in motion there. So okay. So as Jack Smith and the J6 committee report and everything that he has about the insurrection, goes forward. This guy, I think, is going to be highly implicated, and he does, you know. I mean, but again, I still kind of see maybe a house arrest thing for years and years, years and years house arrest, house restriction. I guess it's cheaper that way, right? Like, why cost the taxpayers? If the guy's not a flight risk and if he learns his lesson and he seems to have some remorse, they will certainly do that. Now, what's her face? That other freak, Tina, what's her name? I can't remember her last name. Tina Peters. She had absolutely no remorse. And so she gets almost 9 years, I guess, in like, I don't know, jail and prison, like a combination or something. Probably it's always jail first and then prison, but anyway. Yeah, so it doesn't look good for this guy. Not at all. And he may have amassed a lot of money in the past to be able to pay some legal bills, but it's not going to help him because he's looking forward to all of this. Now, he is up here in a position of power rather than being down here at the bottom. But I do get the feeling it was like all of his doing that fed everything to Jack Smith. And Jack Smith has, the discovery, the wealth, an absolute, a huge amount of legal, discovery to back him up, plus the whole January 6th report. And this guy is, no matter what attorneys he has, it doesn't look good. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I have a feeling it's going to be something I'll have to do an update on at some point. So, yeah. Okay, well, thanks you guys for listening. Hope you're having a good Sunday, and I'll probably be back tomorrow or Tuesday. I want to do a Kipper Grand Tableau on Elon Musk when I get the time. Okay, bye.